I know, bestie, it is difficult for you to save money because you just don't have the money to save. I know, bestie, you have more bills than money. Bestie, I know, because you got kids, it's hard to save money. I know there's FOMO, temptation, gas went up, groceries went up, everything has gone up. We're inflation, everything is expensive, nothing is free. Rent's gone up, mortgage is going up. Bestie, I know. There are a lot of reasons as to why it is difficult to save. However, on this video for my besties, I am going to give you some best practices, some tips on how you can save money even with all of those things. If that is something that you are here for, then just go ahead and stay tuned.
Keep rolling.
If this is our first time meeting, my name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on my channel I talk about all things finance with the emphasis on budgeting, saving money, and paying off debt. I really hope that you do consider subscribing. If you are a returning bestie, thank you so much for returning to yet another video. I did a poll on YouTube and 980 of you guys responded, so thank you so much for that. But 45% of you guys said that it was difficult to save money because of cost of living and inflation, and 34% of you guys said that you just simply don't make enough money to save. I am really happy to report that only 3% of you guys said you just don't know. But I also did have people who responded in the comments. I also did a poll on Instagram as well, and a lot of you guys also responded there with why it is difficult to save. So I want to give you some best practices, like I stated, on how you can save. This is in no particular order. I am just gonna shout them out to you, and I really hope that any one of them sticks. Now, at the end of the video, we are going to have a bestie moment. So please make sure that you stay tuned for that. Bestie, you have to believe. If you do not believe that you can save money, the bottom line is you are not going to save money. It's just as simple as that. When I first heard Dave Ramsey very many years ago, baby step number one was to save $1,000. I already counted myself out because I was like,
Save $1,000 where?
like, I can't save $1,000. I've never seen $1,000 sitting in my checking account, my savings account, my EBT account. Like, I've never seen $1,000 just sitting, chilling. And because I never believed that I could save the $1,000, I didn't even try. So the very first thing that you have to do is believe. Before I could do it, I had to believe. I had to do the work within myself and build up that confidence and that assurance of knowing that if I try to save $1,000, I'm gonna do it. Make a plan. Do you have a savings plan? Do you have a figure in your head of how much money you want to save realistically? For example, if you want to save $1,000 over the entire year, that's $83 a month. And if you're paid bi-weekly, let's say you're paid bi-weekly, you break that $83 up into two, and that's $40 every 2 weeks, or about, let's just say $45 every 2 weeks. If you can save $45 every 2 weeks, you'll have a little bit over $1,000 saved for the entire year. So when you make a plan, when you write it down, when you look at that plan and you create it on how you're going to do that, it makes it a little bit more of a reality that you can do that. After you write your plan, don't forget to work it though, honey. Work your plan. Pay yourself first. This is something that I used to do in the past. I will be getting back to that after, we get that debt paid off. But pay yourself first. The way that I did it was after I gave my tithes, then I paid myself, and then I paid my bills. Do it however you want to do it, but pay yourself first. Create a budget. When you create a budget, then you can put savings in your budget to make sure that you save money. There are a lot of people who say you need to budget, you don't need to budget. I don't know. Me, I need to budget. So I need to put savings in my budget, not just bills and debt and expenses and things like that, but I also need to make sure that I include savings in my budget. Once you've put it in your budget, you can automate your savings to where your savings automatically goes to a savings account. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do that savings. It just automatically goes. Now, here's the thing, bestie. Don't go and move the savings back to the checking, okay? I was faithful. I had my savings automated, and as soon as my savings went from my check to my savings account, I just went and pulled the money out and spent it. It was like, it defeated the purpose. So one way to help you to not go pull the money out of the account is to put the money into a high yield savings account. When you put the money in a high yield savings account, it's normally normally those are like online accounts where it's a little bit more difficult for you to get the money out. Or you can put it in some type of bank that you do not have easy access to. So if that is a red flag of yours, or if it is a temptation for you like it was for me, then those are ways that you can stop pulling the money out even though it is automated. When you are budgeting your savings, always remember that any amount of savings is savings. If you can only save $5 every 2 weeks or every week, that is considered saving. You don't have to save a large amount of money for it to be considered savings. In the past, I wouldn't save because I thought I needed to save like this large amount, like $100 a paycheck, that solidified as savings. No, anything that you save is going to be contributing to the goal that you have. So that's $5, it's $10, it's $20. Every little thing adds up. So just always remember that any amount of savings is considered saving. If you have kids or emergencies that may come up and things like that, having a sinking fund is going to be very helpful in you not having to break the bank when certain expenses come up. These are those emergency expenses, like the car breaks down or the refrigerator goes out or the plumbing, there's an issue and you have to fix those things. Also with our kids, they're back to school, they're playing sports, they're doing all these great and wonderful things. They're in tutoring, or just simply it's the summertime and you want to take them out for activities or traveling and things like that. Having sinking funds for those that are planned and non-planned, like the emergencies, will be very helpful in you not breaking the bank and you not being able to save, because you have been saving for that emergency when it comes up, and then also for the kids when it's time for you to take care of their needs and wants. You will have that money saved aside. One way that I was able to save money, or what kicked off my savings, was savings challenges. They are so much fun. Savings challenges is how I saved my first $1,000. There are all kinds of savings challenges that are around. I started with a very simple savings challenge. I did the $5 savings challenge and I did the $1 savings challenge. And I do have a video here where I show how much money I actually saved just by doing those savings challenges. Gas is crazy, y'all, especially here in Los Angeles. I don't know where else, probably New York, Atlanta, all those, cities where it's expensive to live. Gas is insane. So if you can, reduce your driving or carpool as much as you possibly can. That way you're gonna save money on gas, because it's ridiculous. I think the last time I filled up, I think I paid like 80 something dollars to fill up my car, and when gas is not high, it only takes $40. So it has doubled. Increase your income. Yes, bestie, I know. I said it. Increase your income so that you can save money. If all you're able to do is pay your bills with your 9-to-5 paycheck, in order to save money, you're gonna have to bring some more money in. So that might mean going to go find another job, doing some overtime at work if you can, going back to school so that you can get a higher paying job, having a side hustle, starting a YouTube channel, selling clothes or selling things out of your home. Some people have a lot of valuable stuff that they hold on to that they can sell, and it'll be of good use to someone else. So I would definitely suggest that you bring in more income, because that's going to really help you to be able to catapult your savings where you want it to go. Especially if you're able to make some really good money on a side hustle, then you can just save all that money that you are making still, plus having your main job and your main income coming in. I will tell you, it has helped me tremendously. That's why I just say thank you to you guys. Having a side hustle really helps to push forward your financial goals that you have and to save money. I mean, there are many different things that you can do to make money. It may be something that you don't want to do, so you want to try and find something that you really love, so that it will be easy for you to do that thing, so that you can make extra money coming in. So of course, with increasing your income, you also may need to decrease your expenses. I know this is commonly said, and it may even be cliche, like, oh yeah, we know, reduce your expenses, increase your income. But the bottom line is, some of y'all just don't do it. So decrease those expenses, or even do a no spend. When I first started my journey again, it got to a point where, like I've told you guys before, where I was like, girl, stop. You need to stop. And so I did a no spend, and I'm still on a no spend, because I feel as though there's something internally that I need to break. So that's why I'm still on the no spend. But I'm not spending money on things that are not budgeted for, on just saying like, oh, I want this bottle of perfume, like I almost went on and bought today. I gotta add that. But I didn't buy it because I'm on the no spend. But what I'm saying is, we have to get to a place where we are not just spending money. So you're gonna have to decrease, you're gonna have to look at your subscriptions. I know it's the main thing, but the bottom line is, a lot of us don't even know how much money we're spending on subscriptions. Let me tell you, I had a friend, and I told you guys this in another video, who had over $700 in Apple subscriptions coming out. $700? Are you kidding me? Because we don't know, we're subscribing to things and we're forgetting that we're subscribing to them. And so you have to make sure that you keep a list of those things that you're paying every single month and you may not even be using. At $15 for this app and $15 for that app, once you delete them and unsubscribe from them, then you can take that money and then you can save it. Bestie, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think I've ever done this, as a matter of fact. And it's not because I'm old school. Half of it is because I'm old school. But them Grubhub apps and like, what is it, Uber Eats and all that stuff? No. They are charging crazy amounts just to deliver your food to you. I don't think I have ever used it. I was going to use it one day when I was sick, and I was gonna buy El Pollo Loco. I think the meal was like $10 and it was $20 because I wanted them to bring it to my house. I said, oh no. I got up and with my sick self and I just went through the drive-thru. And so I will definitely say, if you possibly can, to stop using those apps. Cook or get in your car and go or whatnot, but those apps it's draining your bank account. Reduce your temptations. So temptations is a huge thing for me. I can see something that I want. I can watch YouTube. I watch all these perfume videos, and I like clothing. Like, I like stuff. So I'm tempted sometimes when I'm watching those things, and it makes me weak, and then I just go ahead and buy. So the things that I have to do is stop watching the videos. I have to unsubscribe from the mailing list and from the sales list, and I have to stop window shopping in person and online. Those things I have to stop doing because I'm too weak to just watch and not buy. And I would suggest, if that is something that you struggle with, to eliminate your temptations by doing all the things that I just explained. And then also maybe joining a friend group or some type of community where they're all on the same page as you. Everyone's trying to save money or reach some type of financial goal. One thing that I did is I was constantly on YouTube watching budgeting videos, saving challenges videos, cash envelope stuffing videos. Like, I consumed it. I was reading the books of like financial educators. I was just immersing myself in that. I would walk around with my budget planner because I was that serious about really getting myself out of the financial rut that I was in. And so you have to reduce the temptations by not consuming those things that cause you to be tempted, but consuming other things that will encourage you to not spend, but to do the thing that you know that you need to do. And then watch somebody entertaining, like me. No, I'm just playing. This one might not be as popular, but I would encourage that you live with friends or family if you can. This is not like a popular tip or option for many people, but I know for me, when I needed to take a step back to focus on saving, I did move with my younger brother for 6 months, and I was able to save until I purchased my home that I'm in now. And so you may need to make that sacrifice in order to really catapult you to a place where you want to get to. Even if you want to go move with somebody to pay off debt or whatnot, if you have that option and it's comfortable for you and it will be a good thing, then I would encourage you to do that and make that step. Sometimes we like our own spaces, and I totally get it, but if you can sacrifice just a little bit of your time so that you can really, meet those goals that you want, then that would be good. Maybe if you got a roommate or, someone that you trust and they live with you and they pay some of the rent. These are options that I understand everybody doesn't have, but some people do have that option. And a lot of us have that option, actually. And so we just have to get to a place where we make that sacrifice and don't worry about what anybody says. Don't worry about what it looks like. Don't worry about the talk of people and what they have to say and you making that sacrifice. Or, if you have to work with those feelings of yourself, work with them. But that is a really nice option if you do have it. It was an option that I used, and it helped tremendously, especially when you feel like you're choking and you're like, I just need to save some money, or I just need to pay off this debt. Being able to live with a friend or family member to relieve that off of you, that would be amazing. Now, I will tell you, make sure you're not a burden when you live with somebody else. Okay, moving on. So at the end of the day, in order to save money, no matter what issue it is that you have going on or what the world throws at us, you can save money. And here's the bottom line. Here's our bestie moment that I told you that we're gonna have at the end of the video. If we are besties, I have to keep it 100 with you. I have to be real with you because I will want you to be real with me in a respectful way. Bestie, this is out of love. At the end of the day, with all of these best practices that are out here, everything that I gave you in this video, everything that you've heard, all the things that you know, if there is never a yes, I can, or a yes, let me try, or anything, at the end of the day, you are the problem. I didn't want to say it. I don't want to say it because sometimes we have to be real with ourselves, and we have to look at ourselves and say, if my situation is not changing with everything and anything that is thrown at me, because things are thrown at a lot of people and they still make it. If you are the person that always has a woe is me attitude and a woe is me reason of why you can't save money, then you don't want to save money. Oh God, Bessie, don't be mad at me. You don't want to save money. Jesus said, you will have tribulations, but don't fret, don't worry, I've overcome the world. We will have tribulations. Things are going to happen. We have kids. We're single parents. Inflation is not our fault. Gas going up is not our fault. Groceries going up is not our fault. A lot of the things that is happening, rent going up, mortgage going up, like all of those things, it's not our fault. But at the end of the day, if you decide that you're not going to go for it and you're not going to try these tips and tricks and you can't do it because of this and that and this and that, at the end of the day, it's your issue and you are the problem and you won't save money. I just had to say it because I think sometimes we get down on ourselves and we always have a woe is me reason. I'm not even going to say excuse. Reason about why we can't do a thing. And really it's because we don't believe that we can, and we don't try to do the various different things, because trust me, something will stick. So I never said any of this was going to be easy. I never said that it's not going to take time. It's not going to take a mindset shift. That you're not going to be up long hours and sleep little. You're not going to cry and have just this emotional roller coaster type of thing. I never said any of that. So these tips that I'm giving, these best practices, will come with work. And if you don't want to do the work, Bestie, is you. And it don't matter what I just gave you or what anybody else gives you on any of these other videos. You're not going to save money. You're not going to pay off debt. You're not going to do your budget. You're not going to do anything. And this is Bestie saying this with love. You are the problem. So you got to take a look at you. You can find a way. If there is a will, there is a way, honey. So be encouraged and know that with all of the reasons that you guys gave me, I have experienced a lot of those reasons, probably every single last one of them. And at the end of the day, you can save money. So that is it for me. I hope that this video was very, very, very helpful. I love you with the love of the Lord. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I will see you in the next video. Go be great. Peace out, besties.
Know what I got, know what I want. Boy, don't get me wrong. Sure, we're having fun. But it don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot.